Hey there, everyone. Darby Simpson back again with another question on our Ask a Farmer segment. And this week, I tackle Paul's final question about raising forest raised pigs coming up. So, in part one and in part two of this little mini series on Ask a Farmer, we tackled Paul's questions on how to go about installing woven wire fence. I gave Paul some thoughts about an alternate product that's effectively a high tensile woven wire product, as well as T-posts and end posts and braces and things of that nature in part one. And then in part two, we tackled stocking density and shelters for pigs. And I had mentioned that we'd circle back around to the electric part, because no matter what you build for pigs, you're going to want to make sure that it's electrified. Now, true, you could do woven wire without any electric. Personally, I've never done it. I do know people that have. It's fairly effective. But my thinking is, why let the pigs push and rub and destroy that fence, which is what they're going to do, because, well, they're pigs, and pigs like to do one of two things to anything they come into contact with. They want to eat it, or they want to destroy it. That's a pig. That's what they do. They're acting out their pigness. So I'm a big fan of using some electric, and in this case, Paul, what I would tell you to do is to go ahead and on the inside of your fence, I would put a couple of hot wires. I'd put one down lower, maybe around the 6-inch, 8-inch range, and then I would personally tell you to go ahead and put another one, maybe two more, 6 inches above that, and then 12 inches above that bottom line. So maybe you're 6, 12, 18 inches, something like that. I say at least do two. If you only want to do two, I'd say maybe go with like 6 inches and 15 inches, kind of split the difference there. But you want a couple of hot wires down low just to keep them from pushing on that woven wire fence. I think this is particularly true if you're using fewer or lighter line posts. If you're using a metal T-post and you want to increase your spacing, or if you want to use those Pasture Pro posts that I talk about in part one of this segment, by all means, you definitely want to add electric. Now, pigs are pretty easy to train to electric. They're actually highly intelligent, but you don't want to just take a whole bunch of pigs that you just brought home and dump them in all at one time and quote unquote train them to electric. So if you want to learn more about training pigs to electric, there's a blog article that I've written based on my personal experiences on my farm, and you can find that out at grassfedlife.co. And it's just a little tutorial, a little written piece to kind of help you walk through some do's and don'ts when you go to train pigs to electricity. One thing I always tell people is 2 is 1, 1 is none. You definitely want to have a physical barrier. And I think, honestly, this woven wire fence would probably qualify as a physical barrier to keep your pigs in before you train them to electric. So if you've got a barn area, for instance, or maybe you've got some woven wire fence. If nothing else, you can take hog panels and T-posts and build a physical structure that the pigs can't get out of, and then put the electricity inside of that to train them to it, and then try and let them off the trailer one at a time, so that you train them one at a time, give them 5 or 10 minutes, they get shocked a couple of times, they learn pretty fast. The thing with pigs, though, if the electricity is off very long, they'll figure that out. They will test it. They will go back and actually slip out of the fence. We actually had an issue earlier this summer on our farm where some electricity got turned off, and frankly, we missed it. We weren't aware of it, and we go out one day, and we had pigs out of the area they were supposed to be in. Now, thank God they had basically slipped through an internal fence and gone from one forest paddock into a different adjacent forest paddock. And we were able to get everybody put back without too much trouble. It did take us a couple hours to get them to go back to the area we wanted them to go back to, but we figured out the problem. We got it fixed. Come to find out, the electricity had been off for about 3 or 4 days, and that's all it took. That's all the longer it took for them to figure out, hey, the electricity's off. Let's go check out what's over there because we're curious critters, and they figured out how to get out. And this is in a high tensile system that is multiple wires. Some of those are 3 inches apart. The rest of them are 6 inches apart, and they spread those wires, 200-pound animals, spread them apart, got right between them, and went into an area we didn't want them. Again, thank God they didn't get out of the overall area, which they very easily could have. So anyway, train your pigs to electric. No matter what you're doing, you want to have some level of electric with your pigs. I think personally, even if it's 1 or 2 wires inside of a woven wire system like Paul's going to build, 2 is 1, 1 is none. That gives you 2 lines of defense to keep your pigs where you want them to be, and out of an area you don't want them to be in. And in Paul's case, he sent me some photographs. He's got looks like a pretty busy road that borders his property and borders the area he wants to put these pigs. So I would say, hey, sleep well at night, build it like Fort Knox so you're not worried about them getting out. If you want to learn more about pigs, check out the webinar on our YouTube channel. It's about an hour long. It's a presentation I did a few months ago where I walk you through kind of some of the basics of getting started with a forest raised, or if you want to, pasture raised pork enterprise. We run through some of the logistics, the nuts and bolts, and then I also run through, how much you can make off of an acre or two running a few pigs. If you retail them cut by cut at the farmer's market, you can actually make some pretty good money. I think it's a great farmsteading business to do on the side if you can't or don't want to farm full time. This is an awesome opportunity. I think it's something you have to weigh carefully against pastured poultry. I think there are a lot of merit to doing pigs instead of chickens. So if you're interested and you got some time, check out that webinar right here on the Grassfed Life YouTube channel. And hey, if you've got questions, shoot them over to me, Darby at grassfedlife.co, and I'll be happy to answer them right here on Ask a Farmer. As always, we'll be back next week with another Ask a Farmer video. Until then, thanks for watching.